Guys, I'm depressed because I'm poor. I'm not generally poor, and I'm not poor compared to other people, and I'm not poor because I have art and music, but I'm poor because I owe money on 3 credit cards. So I was thinking today, because I'm always buying stuff. That's the problem. Always buying stuff. And I've always got a perfectly justifiable excuse to buy the stuff that I'm buying, and I don't really need any of it. So I'm going to save for 4 months to try and get all my credit cards paid off, okay? It might take a bit longer, but let's say 4 months. I'm not going to buy anything that I really cannot justify. Now, I've done this before and I've lasted a week, but I'm really determined, really determined, because do you know what? It's winter and it's a really good time to do this sort of thing. So what, February, March, April, May, and then it'd be spring and summer, end of spring, start of summer, which is just the perfect time to splash out and buy things. Now, today I got a flat tyre. I'm always getting flat tyres. The chap in the shop has explained to me that I need to pump my tyres up more. So this is going to save me, it's only £14 every time I get it done. But, I was thinking all these things, they're not necessary. I spent £80 on Temu for videos that I'm no longer going to make. I spent hundreds and hundreds of pounds on software, and I don't need it because there are free versions. I was chatting to my brother today. He's a photographer. I don't think I can get GIMP on my... Is there a GIMP for iPad? I'll go and have a look. I'll be annoyed if there is, because I've bought software that does stuff that GIMP does. I'm going to get GIMP if I can. I actually said to my brother, it'd be worth me getting a PC, because I'm desperate for Coral, which is a video editing software suite, and it's so good. It's so good, but I can't justify buying it. I've already got a really high-spec Mac and a really high-spec iPad, and there's something else. What else have I got? I can't remember. There's something else I use. A phone, I suppose. I don't need for my career advancement or for my emotional advancement to get any more software. So, I probably spend money on software every month, a good portion of, overall earnings or savings or however, whatever it is that I spend, where I get the money, earnings, what comes in goes straight out again on software that I don't need. So I'm going to also unsubscribe from, I've got Adobe. I never use it. I never use Adobe online. It's not very good. It doesn't do what I want. I've got so many subscriptions to Midjourney, subscriptions to what else have I got? Let me think. I can't think of anything else now, but it's software, that you think, oh yeah, I really need that. I really need that bit of software in my life. I really need that bit of tech. I've got so much bloody tech. I do not need any more tech. I do not need any more software. I've got my hands, they're perfectly good tools, and I must use them. Okay? But more than all of that, I've got certain things that I have to pay. I have to pay the grandkids' pocket money each week, and it's not cheap, guys. I've got to pay my subscription to Soho House. That's not cheap. So there are some things that I cannot stop paying. I cannot suddenly cancel. These things are, part of life. There are some other things that are part of life, like the broadband and, all of that stuff. I'm not talking about going off grid here. I'm not going to be completely bohemian, much as I'm drawn to that. I'm far too, dependent. Far too dependent on, modern... Oh, I don't know, the heebie-jeebie flying around things of the internet and all that stuff, data and all of that. Life depends on it. It would be very rare for me to spend a day. Well, I've never done it. I mean, have you? Have you spent a day without going online, without being on your phone, without making something where you used the internet to help you make that thing, research, listen to music? Have you done that? Can you remember the last time you woke up in the morning, popped the kettle on, had some breakfast, played some vinyl, did some sketching with real pencils, took in some jeans with a sewing machine. What else? What else did we used to do? I mean, I'm racking my brains thinking, what did I used to do when I was 18? Well, I wasn't working. I was discovering boys. I'd spend all week getting ready for Friday. That's what I'd do. Good times. But I don't do that any longer. So it's about really getting into a mindset where I imagine that I'm really poor. But no, I am really poor. I imagine I'm poorer than I even am, right? And that I just don't have money to buy things. Oh, I can't buy anything. Oh, I can't buy any new clothes. Oh, no, I can't buy makeup. No, can't buy hair stuff. Can't buy shampoo even. No, I haven't got any money. I've got shampoo. That old bottle of shampoo in the bottom of the cupboard. That'll do nicely. I don't need hair. I've got hair to last me 9 months. I don't need any more wigs. Stop buying wigs. Stop buying dresses. I don't need any more shoes. Just stop it. Move away from the pink Crocs. I've got the Diamante ones. Don't need any pink ones or yellow ones or blue ones or green ones. I mean, I'd like them, but I don't need them. So 4 months, right? 4 months. Now, I've been dieting now for over a year, I think. And all that time, I've sustained it. I've never deviated, right? I've sustained it because I know that at the end of the day I can have my special yoghurt pudding, which is actually just yoghurt porridge. But I look so forward to that. So it's about giving yourself something to look forward to. I'm like, well, what can I, look forward to at the end of each week or month? I mean, I don't think there is anything really when you're poor, I mean, it's grim, isn't it? And this is why you sort of run up your credit card debts, because spending money makes us so bloody happy, doesn't it? I'm going to research things and find out what we can do to make us happy without buying apps, without using stuff that we have to pay memberships for, all of that stuff. I'm going to broadcast them. I'm going to tell you all about them. So I mean, I've already got stuff set up online that I don't have to pay for because I've already bloody paid, because they saw me coming and I paid annually hundreds of pounds, But look, YouTube's free. YouTube is free. I can make great stuff that doesn't cost anything and put it on YouTube. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? And if I'm thinking about that, I'll do it with my GoPro, which cost me 800 quid years ago, and it hasn't got its full use yet. I need to work that bitch. The bitch GoPro needs working, needs to make value for money, So I'll do that. Stuff that I can make with other stuff that I've got around the house, but that's really rewarding, right? This is the catch. I'm not talking about, do you remember that program called Magpie when we were kids? I'm 61, so it's a very long time ago. It's in the 70s. And I always remember because I made one. They got a coat hanger, wire coat hanger, folded it, squidged the bottom and the top, and then folded it in half. So you've still got the handle with the hook. You've got this sort of bent coat hanger. And then they got wool and they made tassels all over it. And my mum was a knitter, so I got some of her old wool. And you made a brush, basically. And, I mean, totally useless. What a dusting brush. Actually not so useless. Now I come to think of it, I think, God, that's actually... Do you know what? I would find that really useful now. Anyway, they're always coming up with stuff that you could do. There was a lot of loo roll transposing, turn it into something. Telescopes and, exciting stuff like that. I'll do some of that for us on YouTube. And tattooing. I've got all my inks. Let's get tattooing. That's free. You know, it's free if you've got all the stuff already, which I have. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be good. I mean, tattooing, you can actually, if you've got some Indian ink, it's very cheap. Very cheap. That's what they do in prison. They use a safety pin and Indian ink. I mean, I'm not saying I recommend that, but you do get a tattoo out of that. Now, the sterilised needles that you buy for hand poke from China are dirt cheap, really cheap. So, you know, you can do those. I'm already thinking I'm out of number 3s. I could do with getting some more. But you know, I'm going to be really strict with myself, and that'll have to wait. Just have to wait. There's something else. I just went, cat grooming stuff. I mean, I pay £80 to go to the cat groomer. Well, I'm going to have to do it myself, aren't I? I really am. And maybe in 4 months, if I've done a pretty good job of it, and my groomer can just do the sort of, you know, little tidying up stuff. It's so expensive. I mean, it grieves me to think, really. I paid £24 the other day to park the car to go for dinner. £24. Can you believe that? That's such a lot of money, isn't it? Such a lot of money. I mean, it's great having a car, but not when you have to pay those sort of, you know, parking fees on the top. So I'm not going to do that again. If I go to Brighton again, it's the park and ride for me. The park and ride and the bus in, which is only £4. That's a lot better than 24, isn't it? I mean, parking in British cities is extortionate. But I see that in Paris, they're going to triple charge SUVs, which I approve of fully, because SUVs kill children. I don't agree with them at all. There's absolutely no point in having an SUV. They're you know, gangsters have them because they've got small dicks or something. I don't know. Bloody awful things. Bloody awful things. Lots of people die under them. You get hit in one of those, I tell you, you're not going to survive. Anyway, my little car going along at sort of 30 miles an hour or less. I'm really enjoying this, you know, 20 miles an hour in towns. That's what they're doing in Brighton. I think it's a great idea. It makes so much sense. And it means that old ladies can mentally keep up. Do you know what I mean? Nothing's going too fast for me to have to decide. So, I will try not to spend any money except on food and sustenance and anything that I'm committed to, like my club membership. Obviously, I'm committed to that. You know, you buy annually, but they let you pay monthly. So you're committed to the end of the year. My fellowship membership at the RSA, I need to pay for that. There are a few other things I need to pay for, and that, you know, you can just say to them, I can't afford it anymore, and you're sort of blacklisted or something, you know. So anything that my reputation will be sullied, I'm not doing that. I want a squeaky clean financial reputation, if at all possible. So yeah, let's start tomorrow. Now tomorrow I was out today, so I was really busy actually, but tomorrow the GoPro is all charged up and we're ready for action. So we're going to start with chords. I think, do you know what? I think I'm very bored, guys, if I'm honest, teaching Suzuki piano. It's such a boring fucking method. It really is. It's dire. And I'm just thinking, why am I doing that even? You know, it's different if you've got a one-to-one with somebody, a student. Although, you know, between you and I mean, don't tell anyone, but I even find it boring there. What I really want to do is play chords and improvise and say, look what I can do. And, you know, lay down a track, lay down our drums and lay down our layers and all of that. So why don't I just do that? Because then I'll be less inclined to spend money, because I'll be enjoying my life. I mean, people spend money because they're having a shit time. Do you see what I mean? I mean, I'm already getting anxious because I know that I can't spend any money tomorrow. So, anyway, that's it. Finished. iServalan.com, taletellerclub.com, estelamere.blogspot.com. I think that's all. And I'm on Saatchi as well. so go over there. I released some lovely